Yes. Hi, Mr. Mayor. For you, Title 42 is expected to expire on Wednesday. Is expiring on Wednesday. What is the city preparing for as the amount of migrants could now surge after we've seen weeks of them not coming here? What are the preparations the city is making in case that surge comes back?
Well, and you're right. Title 42 is looking to expire on the 21st. And we're not waiting for the expiration before we do our planning. We need to be clear on that. We've had a number of communications with the state. We've had a number of communications and visits to Washington. I communicated both to the majority leader in the Senate, the minority leader in Congress. I had lunch with Congressman Jeffries, Leader Jeffries, last week. The team has been meeting just about every day, looking at what is our capacity, how we're going to shift and put in place new initiatives, some things we're going to have to cut back on. But we are fortifying ourselves for what we believe is going to be predictable to receive a massive increase per week of new asylum seekers and migrants. But let's be clear. When El Paso made the official announcement that they were no longer shipping buses, we were still getting about 150 a day. And our numbers increased from 20-something thousand to almost 30-something thousand. So we were still getting an influx. This has never really was eradicated. It may have dissipated a little, but it wasn't eradicated. But the end of the conversation, I've been frustrated throughout my life in public service. I've never been more frustrated now. This is a national problem. El Paso shouldn't be going through this. Chicago shouldn't be going through this. Washington, Houston, cities should not be carrying the weight of a national problem. This is unfair to all of our cities to have to go through this without any help from the national government and the state government. And so we are building out that which is within our span of control, but we need help from the federal and state government to assist us.
Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Are you considering putting the tent back up on Randall's Island in anticipation of the coming migrants?
Nothing is off the table in dealing with a crisis. Nothing is off the table. We don't want to go back to what we had to use when there were a large influx, but leadership is doing difficult things. And whatever I need to do to ensure that we are dealing with a crisis, I'm going to do it in a humane way. And so if one wants to focus on Randall's Island, that's their right to do so. I need to focus on the totality of a crisis that's about to hit our city, and I need to be prepared for that crisis, and I'm willing to do that. I am surprised that people will ask about free training to improve our skills. This is what people should do. People should constantly improve the skills to deal with challenging times. Leaderships of today, all corporations would tell you, all major industries would tell you that we need to invest in our people. And emotional intelligence is the key signal of successful corporations. My team is not only getting training from Deloitte, we're getting training from all over the place. We send out monthly books to read to improve our skills. How do we invest in our manpower and women power? This is what we do to produce a better product. And so when you say my personality traits, I'm dyslexic, I'm imperfect, I've been arrested, I've been rejected, now I'm elected. I'm the mayor of the city of New York. That's my personality.
We can return to the migrant situation real quick. The statement yesterday seemed a little alarming in that you mentioned there could be threats to the services the city provides to New Yorkers. What's on the table in terms of things you're going to have to look at if we do see this surge of migrants that, New Yorkers might see services getting diminished?
It is alarming. It is. I mean, and New Yorkers need to be aware of what we are up against. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to give the impression that this new influx is not going to impact our basic services. And so when you say which service, look at every service we provide. Every service we provide is going to be impacted by the influx of migrants in our city. It's going to impact education. It's going to impact the dollars we're using to clean our streets. It's going to impact our public safety. It's going to impact our helping those long-term New Yorkers who are in need. Every service, if you look down the list of services, I have to now go back to the drawing board, already multi-billion dollars in deficit because of the pandemic. I have to return to the drawing board and now reconfigure every service we're providing in the city based on what is about to happen to this city.